All right, so Bad Blood is coming up, and we already got some intriguing matches on there. Where I think it really, it really can get us really ramped up, I guess, going into WrestleMania or how the rest of the year goes. Where the time, like this is really, it was like a split of how the timelines go. To be honest, because I think this can really, because the different storylines that you could do with each person or group winning or whatever. And today I was like, okay, from this card, and I was like, let's go with the Judgment Day and the Terror Twins. Now, of course, they're not. It's not a mixed match. It's not a. I was like, so not like last time. It's Liv versus Rhea and it's Damien versus Finn. Now, I was like, I guess there's three questions coming out of this. Of like the Liv beat. I was like, who should win from Liv and Rhea, Finn and Damien, or I was like, do they win? Do they win together or separately? Because I was like okay, Liv versus Rhea. I was like, I think that one's sort of obvious where Liv has to beat Rhea. I don't think you put the title on Rhea right now. I think that's why she got the bum knee. But at the same time, she has she will have two wins over Liv. I understand that Rhea pinned Liv in the mixed tag match, but one on one, I was like, it's been Liv the whole time. And you gotta imagine that if Rhea loses here, she doesn't really get a chance to really compete for the title again now, does she? So what do you have Rhea do in that meantime? Do you still have her beefing with Liv in that time span? Also, Liv needing to have other people to fight with if you do decide to put it back on Rhea at some point. Like say they're somehow able to stretch this out to WrestleMania, which I feel like is a long time. Whatever. It's like from the weather they still do it. Like if they had this blow off match and she lost or whatever, and say like Rhea in the Elimination Chamber won again, that's different to me because I was like, you could have some other stuff going in between before that. But if they're just going to keep having them squabble, beef every week, then that's just going to be polite. And it's like, you can't make it to WrestleMania to me like that and wait for that same type of scenario. But if you have Rhea win now, I was like, what happens to Liv at that point? Because now she's just in Judgment Day, and you would have to sort of be like, the squabble. Now, I will say that it would put them, I would like, it would give Liv something to do to where you could keep it going. Like, I was like, I actually think that would actually probably keep it going more so than Rhea does. But I would like to see if Liv is able to do something outside of the Rhea stuff for a minute. Um, I think the better one should be for the answer to the third question. I was like, Liv needs to win this. I think Liv needs to win it just to beat Rhea. Because also, to be honest, Rhea be beating Liv's ass. I was like, I know she gets the upper hand, but it's up. But I was like, because Rhea is fighting with Liv and the dudes, that's the way that they sort of get Liv to one up on Rhea. But it's like, but for the most part, Liv ain't really beating Rhea's ass. So I was like, I think that you need to have this here sort of cement her as like the women's champion and have her sort of going off doing other things and then bring Rhea back later on while Liv is still the champion. I was like, because if Rhea beats Liv, are you gonna put you gonna give it back to Liv and then like to WrestleMania? Probably not. I was like, Rhea's gonna hold on to that thing because she's shown it how dominant she can be or whatever. And I think that the women on the Raw roster doesn't really compete with Rhea and her side, where it's like you can get some interesting stuff with Liv and anybody else. We've already seen Zelina, which I'm like, that's a good matchup. I was like, Lyra, that's a good matchup. I think in more ways than what Rhea can do. And I was like, but then the problem comes, what do you have Rhea do in that meantime or whatever? I think this is really, important to the stories of what happens here. But I was like, I think you can find more stuff for Rhea to do than with Liv, and I was like, I could see you holding off on like Rhea because it would make more sense of she's going to be in that WrestleMania spot again. Then I was like, then Liv somehow plot her way back there. I was like, unless she take Damien away, that's the only kind of way. Which brings us to Finn and Damien, and I was like, I think you got to give it to Finn. I was like, and this goes to my point of which side really should win, or should you just miss and match? I was like, I could see you thinking like, okay, let Damien win, and just gonna let Finn be mad or whatever while Liv won. But it's fine. Everything is still copacetic and Judgment Day. But I think the Judgment Day, if they're going to stay together and be something, you need both of them to win. You need Finn, who is sort of the leader now, to take out Damien. Yeah, I was like, it could be through shenanigans. It could be straight up. I was like, I don't think there's any shame in losing to Finn one-on-one. I was like, Finn is that dude where it's like, yes, right now it sort of seems like he's a little blind. He's a tag team kind of guy. He's a sidekick. But his whole point is not to be a sidekick. So I was like, but I can see how that would make the statement of being like Damien should win. Finn sort of looks like a sidekick, but it keeps Finn and Damien going. I was like, I think they're at a different point of their beef than Liv and Rhea. I was like, that what makes it so much difficult. But Liv and Rhea has a title on the line, and I think that would murks it up over there. Cause I was like, Damien can win against Finn, and Finn just be mad and they still beat his ass all night. I mean, all the time or whatever like that. And then they have another match or something like that. Or whatever. Whereas Damien and Finn, I was like, Finn going around being like strutting his stuff, or like I told you kind of thing. I was like, makes the argument that, hey, they can still fight. I was like, it's just Liv and Rhea sort of what makes it hard. But I just don't know if you want to take the title off Liv and be in Judgment Day where it's like all y'all look like chumps. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least if y'all gonna be like chicken shit type of heels and stuff like that, at least y'all got the gold around you in order to prove something. That's why, like, while I would have liked the New Day to beat Judgment Day, I knew that they wasn't going to win because they need some type of title around them or whatever. And that's the only title they could really give him because he ain't doing nothing with Gunther. He not doing anything with Braun Breaker or nothing like that either. So I think really the thing is to have Judgment Day win because they could just be plotting assholes the whole time. Or whatever, they could still. I was like, in order for them to still mess with the Terror, because the Terror Twins win, then it's like, what's the point of y'all? Then y'all and Judgment, they gotta be done. Y'all gotta be like American Made and with the Wyatt Six. Y'all just gotta be done, because at that point, I was like, cool. Y'all two, y'all got Jay now. Y'all already beating them with the numbers. There's no point. So I was like, Judgment Day to me has to win in this situation. And I was like, we also don't know how the rest of and that's why in my other video, like, do you want like Judgment Day or Bloodline in War Games? I was like, that's why, like, if Judgment Day wins, you can also have the option of doing them in War Game because it's like, okay, we got to put them in, nip them in the bud. But if they lose again, nobody gonna care about that street trash. So Finn, I think, needs to win. And that way, when he could just be that asshole that just keeps on beating Damien for no reason, or reasons. He does have reasons, or whatever. And Liv can still do the ha 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 at Rhea's face because she ain't got the title. It's like, you without a title, you what are you then? I was like, so they need to win in this situation. I was like, so let me know what you think. Do you think that they need a win, or that you want to see the Terror Twin go over? Or whatnot. I think if they go over, I was like, I don't really care really much after that. Let them start doing new stuff. Whereas they lose, it at least builds some more intrigue of like them still getting played with or whatnot during the whole thing. But anyway, let me know what you think. I was like, till then, peace. I'm out.